As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier. Stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver. I said, ooh, Rama-doo, Rama-da. Wait for the daddy-o, wait for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Good. A beautiful afternoon to back out of the slip here and head out for a little test sail. Got to try a theory we've been working on for a while, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. There's Seabreeze. That's Jack's boat, his new boat. Got the camera. Camera looks good. All right, we got that set. I'm gonna try to capture some of this. I love your perfume. Welcome back to Sailing Liberty. What a week it's been. Man, today's the day. We're all gonna get together and we're gonna find out about the magic of sheet to tiller steering. I mean, you're talking about a wild ride on the boat. Wow. Here's what we got. We got the unused sheet. I got it set up here. Now I'm going to show you what I've done. I just take the unused sheet and just wrap it around the side of the winch. Just bend it around the winch, bend it around the handle of the tiller, and I just bring it up to the cleat. This is all the stuff you're always using every day on the other side. So here we go. I'm beating pretty good here. It's pretty gusty. It's pretty stiff wind here. I'm gonna go a little faster, so I'm gonna fall off. I'm gonna let this line out a little bit. Just a couple of clicks. Let's see how that feels. It feels pretty good. We're a little bit more off the wind now. I'm trying to like find the sweet spot for this. It's working. That's the main thing. All right, so that's pretty good. It's gonna throw a couple turns on it. That feels good. We're in a bit of a seaway here. She's sailing herself. Wow. Look at that. Look at those little tiny movements. Unbelievable. I can't even believe it's working. Wow. Tell me if I was steering the boat, I would be making this super tiny adjustments like that with those little tugs and pulls. It's amazing. Look at these old winches, man. Are they the prettiest thing ever? That's really nautical. I'm serious. Look at that. Oh my God. If I was steering, I would just like wait till I was really falling off or heading up, and this thing is like way ahead of the action. It's literally instantaneous with the smallest adjustment. Wow, and we're in a hell of a seaway too, guys. It probably doesn't show up on camera. It never does, but well, we're still pointing a little high. All right, I'm going to try to fall off a little, just get a little more speed here. I'm going to see how fast we can go. Throw a couple turns on it and just watch for a minute here. Once we stabilize, I'll be able to go about my business, doing other things, scrubbing the deck and making a burger, that sort of thing. Let's see here. Looks good. We're a little off the wind now. All right. We get a bit of a seaway too, guys. Some decent chop coming in, and let's let her ride. Let's watch this for a while. All right. I guess the apparent wind, we're still a little high, but it's riding pretty great here. So I'm gonna let it go for now. Let's see how well we do. I mean, the boat is doing better than you could do on your own, and you're doing nothing. You're along for the ride. I mean, literally, it is a visceral experience.
When I read about the sheet to tiller, it said it's like an extra crew member who doesn't steal your last
whiskey jar. I'm just saying. Okay, you have Ray Marine autopilot of some kind, tiller pilot. You have a monitor. You have an Aries. You have a Cape Horn. You have some great mechanisms to your boat. Well, they all have their own reputation. They all have their own following and advantages, disadvantages. But that's for another episode. Oh, they just got us into another episode. Okay. Anyway, and why should you learn to do it? Because it's going to make you a better sailor. You're going to
Balance your sails.
Yeah. You're going to because it won't work unless you have your boat balanced. So a lot of times you go out day sailing, you're sailing around with a lot of weather helm. You're developing a lot of bad habits because you can get away with it. It doesn't matter. You're just sailing back and forth, or you're going out and coming right back, and you don't have to, you don't have to really worry about how, the difficulty of keeping them on course, because it's fun. It's fun to like pull up against the tiller and just like fight that weather helm. Yeah, it's working. Look at the adjustments. They're constant now. Look at it, just a touch. Wow, amazing. Perfect. We're on fire. Wow. Whew. Look at the adjustments. That was a pretty big one right there. Wow, what a great sunset. Look at the clouds tonight. We are in a seaway too. We are cutting through like perfectly, like a samurai sword. The wind is veering here. I'm going to let a little more out here. I'm going to try fall off a little bit. Get a little more on the beam. Oh, yeah, look at her work. Wow. That line is working now. It's constantly moving. Constantly. What a helmsman. What's your line of work? I'm a helmsman. Well. Whew. That's look of satisfaction, guys. What do you think? Are you feeling it too? The boat's sailing herself better than I could ever do it. Pretty major seaway. I mean, we're in some serious choppy stuff here. Unbelievable. What a great ride. It feels great. Nothing but the sound of the water sloshing by the hull and the little fizz out the stern and the click of the winch. That click is the sound of success. Wow. 5.9 knots. She's steering herself in a nice chop. It's the nicest ride I've ever had on this boat. Got it right first try. Just set it up, hook the loop around there, and that was it. It's been over half an hour now recording the track. Need to rinse the decks off anyway.
But your Pearson Triton, your hope is like more balanced than, I don't know, most of the boats or many boats, and it has a long keel.
It has the full keel, right? But it's got the cutaway. Let's focus on this keel.
So you have a full keel.
Yeah.
Long keel.
Yep. And we have a nice draft, and we have a heavy displacement. So this boat has inherent directional stability.
Where is your draft?
If your boat has got a thin keel or is a really fast boat, you can still do it. And the worst case is you're just going to do it on a beam reach. It's not a big deal. Just do the beam reach.
Maybe when you have the thin keel, you need it even more because it's like changing the directions all the time.
Well, I mean, if you're a helmsman on a thin keel boat, it must be twice as much work and concentration. I can't imagine doing it for,
You want to have a coffee or
make a sandwich.
Make a sandwich or talk to your lady friend.
You could explain something to the missus below while you're the boat is sailing yourself. But I would recommend setting an alarm for every 20 minutes to go check to make sure that you're not running towards the beach or something, because that could be really embarrassing. Especially if you have a thin keel, this darn thing snaps off. Just saying.
Don't throw the shade.
And also, if you ran aground with the Pearson Triton,
which you have done it.
Yeah, I mean run aground, like run up on the beach.
Then you're
gonna have to hang around on the beach until the tide comes back. I mean.
No, to the beach. Yeah, you run around one time with your friend Martin, just before he snapped the.
Martin. He was taking pictures, and I could tell they were going to be good because the sea was like, it was so smooth. It had this little ripple, right? Like you would see on the dunes of the Sahara. It was like just this perfect little ripple. like the water in a puddle of the Walmart parking lot. I mean, it was beautiful. The sunset light, and so I said, I gotta let the guy get the shot. It was taking a minute or two.
Oh, you look
Not
handsome,
sure
really
why.
handsome at the shot too.
Look, we're gonna dig in and we're gonna get into all kinds of sheet to tiller stuff and some boom to tiller and sheet to wheel, and we're gonna try it all. And we're gonna do downwind sailing with twin head sails, and we're gonna take
That's
two
really
sheets.
curious because it's before the boat, and the boat has less rolling, or how you call it, like when it goes.
Oh, for downwind sailing.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about? Oh, you were showing me that thing that you found in one of our books
I
about
found
the twingle or something like that.
Twin sails. I found
But
it
they
in.
called it a twingle rig, where we use the use like a
I was
you took like basically like two spinnaker poles and do like a hinge in it.
I was reading about.
Yeah, here we go. What's a thistle? What is it? A twistle.
Twistle.
Twistle. Okay, so what book is this? Okay, this is John Vigor's other book we talked about on the last episode. I couldn't think of the title. The Seaworthy Offshore Sailboat. This is a book you should definitely get right away. But
they put in the front.
you read this book 50 times, you know.
And even then you
The
can make
twistle
mistakes,
yard.
you know.
Yes, he gives a great explanation. This is, you got to have this on your boat. And while we're talking about books real quick, this is also a great book. It's a bizarre little book. I hope you can find it somewhere. Maybe you can't. Maybe we'll talk to the Sail Magazine about reproductions or something, or maybe they could put this on their website. Let's check in with them and when we get a chance. This has got every configuration, although it is, I mean, let me open up the book and show you here on the overhead camera, but we got every different configuration that you could, I mean, look at this. I mean, whew, neuroplasticity. That's what happens with a book like this, neuroplasticity. Watch out for that. All right. Woohoo!
Well, here we go. Let's get back to port. Let's reverse our course. This port tack is great. The winch doesn't click on this side, but it just slides around really nice. I guess if you had a textured winch there, you might need to put a piece of plastic around it or something, or just use something else, a pulley or whatever. Put a loop around it with a pulley, with a block, you know, and just do it that way. On our boat, it's so easy this way. No equipment needed. Old Glory, Spirit of Independence and Freedom. That is a good angle at heel. Why not? We're day sailing, we're horsing around, showing off. Well, Jack would be proud. We got the rail buried, and we're throwing up a lot of foam. This boat is cutting through the sea. Woo! Man, we are on the move. Oh, wow. Boom brake is steadying our boom against the accidental drive. We got the red lines there to show it. Here it is, hooked up. Sheet the tiller again. All I do is bend it around the tiller. You couldn't do a simpler setup. No equipment needed. This is just your unused sheet. You don't let it go to waste. You have it steer the boat for you instead of laying on the deck. That's all there is to it. And this boat, you just bend it around the winch and then right to your cleat once you dial it in. Look at this. We are pounding through a sea right here. I highly recommend a boom control device like the boom brake. This sucker is really great.
What a great sail. I'm going to turn around and head back in port. Have a nice dinner. And in the comments below, let us know how it worked for you.
Wind is free.
What a night. Can't beat it. Thanks for coming along for the ride and teaching a boat how to sail herself. Sheet to tiller steering on Sailing Liberty. Thanks for watching. If you like, comment. And please subscribe. We're a new channel. Every subscription counts. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you on the next show. Sailing Liberty.